Hi there, it's Jason Gorman from Codemanship. If you're looking to build your software development capability, drop me a line. Sometimes, often, when I'm reading the code of an application, it's hard to tell what the application actually does. The logic of the problem the code's trying to solve is buried in a mountain of what I call solution speak. Solution speak is when the names we choose for things have more to do with the solution architecture, the tech stack, the frameworks, the design patterns, than with the problem we're trying to solve. It's the language of the solution, and it's one surefire way for teams to lose sight of the customer's problem. It's a sign we're speaking different languages, a sign of a disconnect between us and the customer that all too often permeates all our conversations. Good code speaks the language of the problem, the language of the customer. When we're choosing names for things in our core logic, the question we need to ask is, what does our customer call this? Here's a tip. I'll often run the raw text of the customer's requirements through a word cloud generator. When I need inspiration for the name of a class or a method or a variable, I'll take a look at the word cloud. Does the customer already have a name for this? Ideally, our code should have a high conceptual correlation with the problem domain, with the language of the customer. With a bit of ingenuity, we can even roughly measure that correlation between our code and the requirements. Of course, not all of our code is about the customer's problem. Sometimes we need to, say, connect to a web service or read a file or apply a permission. Good architecture cleanly separates those concerns from the core logic and, of course, from each other. When I see a class or a method or a function that, from the language used, appears to be about multiple different problems, I take that as a sign that maybe concerns could be more cleanly separated, that our modules could have higher conceptual cohesion. Let's strive to write code that anybody who understands the problem we're trying to solve can follow the solution, including our customer. I've often pair programmed with customers to encourage me to communicate what's going on in the code in words they understand. Why not give it a go?